Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, where we're continuing our playthrough on the Hutan Pantai map. And what are we up to? I think we have got to harvest the... Is it spinach that we have down here? I'm going to guess it is. Let's jump over here. Yes, it is spinach. And it is time to harvest it. Now, we're going to have to go and rent some equipment, because I don't believe we have any ourselves to do it. I'll get out of the way and let's get into it. And we'll discover, well, we'll go for a few things. I don't think anything much changed between videos. Oh, maybe it did, actually. So over here, I am using, just sneakily using this guy's farm shed to store some rice saplings and my planting machine. And we managed to plant. Let me just check the water too while we're here. It's fine. So managed to plant the entire field. I guess the best way to view it would be to go up and in build mode. Even I was a little bit did not appreciate how big this field is when it comes to planting rice. So what happened was I spent quite a lot of time doing it, and it was getting a bit, let's just say it was getting a little bit long. So what I ended up doing was because there is no other machine. This is the only machine, so this is as big as it gets. I ended up hiring a worker, and then what I did was I leased another one of these and jumped on the other one. So I had a worker and myself planting the field, and I think that's really probably the only way you're going to be able to cover a field that big. And we might have the same problem harvesting. I don't know, we'll have to see. Depends how quick the harvester is, because there's also only one harvester. There is no bigger harvester. Now, when it comes to long grain rice, that's different, because that is planted with a normal grain planter, I think, or one of those sort of planters, and also harvested with a normal combine harvester. So you can go as big as the game has. It's only the standard rice that is limited in size, but that's the method. You just have to get multiple machines working on it at the same time to cover the fact that they're not very big. Right. Anyway, on with, see, so this is the harvester. So I'd expect it's going to take a fair while to harvest that field. But we're not up to that yet. What we are up to is having a look in here first, see if there's anything. Machines are used to plant potatoes. Okay, well, we're not doing potatoes. Really don't want to buy second-hand machines because of the repair costs. And that's also to plant potatoes. Is it the same? You got the same thing twice? What? Should I pay 115,000 or 66,000 for the same machine? Now, I know they got different levels of time, but I don't think that's as big a deal when it comes to the machinery that's not the actual tractor or harvester. But you may disagree. All right, anyway, moving on. We need something to do with spinach. How do we do that? Because we need to harvest it, and we do not have that capability. So that is rice, cotton, spinach. There is one, and we are not paying for that because we are already in massive debt. I did pay some of my debt off, I think. I mean, we've got 106,000. We probably could reduce it again, but I was keeping some money because we are going to have to lease this thing. Okay. Yeah, because we could finance it, but we've only got one field. It's not really worth buying. Yeah, it's a lot of money to lease it. I hope it's worth it. Is that 32 grand or something? Are we going to make that money back? I guess we'll find out, won't we? I wonder if there's any contracts. It's going to be a bit of a slow drive. Only goes 25 k's an hour. Actually, I think, were we not going to put... I have to look at that. Were we going to put it in a production? We might have been. Okay, just ignore me. You. Whoops. Sorry, sign. We have to think about what we're going to do on this map too. We've got so many options. We want to keep in the Asian theme as much as possible. We need to check on our temple as well, because I've got to keep track of what we're doing with that. Now I can't remember if I've done a video on this map, or whether it was the Riverbed Springs one where I first mentioned about a mod that allows us to auto-load pallets onto trailers and trucks. We can do it on those trucks down there. I definitely showed it in Riverbed Springs. I just can't remember if I did it on this one yet, but we'll possibly show that, depending if we need to load stuff up. There's our rice going there. Looking nice. Alright, so I believe it's this one. Let's have a look at our GPS. Okay, that's a lot of headlands. Do we really need that many? Can we cut it back by one at least? Alright, what's the prep on this thing? Okay, unfold. Not move the bunker up, that empties it. I guess we just lower. Turn her on. And go. Is that getting them all? Yep. Okay, it's not going to get that bit. What? Bit of a weird bit. Such a cool machine. Go back inside. Pretty swish. I do like the control on this though. It's very maneuverable. Doesn't jackknife out like a dolly does or anything like that. It just actually goes how you want to steer it. Anyway, I guess we'll go into a time lapse because this is going to take a while, or we'll do a cut, we'll see how we go, or combination of the two. right, we are full, so let's just have a look and make a decision what we're going to do. Okay, so what options have we got? Let's have a look. Cement, no, hang on. Preserved food factory. Okay. Don't have peas. Okay, we can do spinach bag, which I'm assuming is just spinach. So that's 100 spinach to 45 spinach bags. So it's about half. Just round it. About half. And if we look at the pricing, so spinach goes for top 696. Spinach bag. Two, three. That's well over half. So definitely worthwhile putting it in there. So do we just drive this straight there and try and dump it in, or bring a trailer over? Do we even have a trailer? Or was that our trailer which we converted? Oh, I think it was. We converted it into a flatbed. Which way is this way? It's not far away, so I thought that car was going to come down. It's more of a question of will it actually dump into there direct? Where's the feed-in point? Oh, there it is. And which side does this go on? The bunker. That side. Okay, well, we need to turn around. Well, it's going to work. Okay, let's turn on. Actually, yep. Okay, so it says we have spinach and we are storing. I'm going to activate that. All right, back to the rest of the harvesting. Okay, let's turn this off. Lift her up. Drive back now. The other thing I need to work out is there are some crops that have multiple growths. I have this vague feeling spinach might be one of them. I don't know how to determine that though. And even if it does, did we buy it for the first growth or the second growth? Because we didn't plant the spinach. The spinach, I'm pretty sure, was already there when we bought the field. Maybe we should have come up the other way. I reckon we can get through there. Don't want to go in the rice paddy. But we might end up in there. Alright, well, we're not going to know if it's worth our money until we get those bags out. So we did get almost 57,000 litres. I think that'd be worth something. Shit. Well, it gets halved into the bag. So then what's that? 50. Let's just round it to 50. So there'd be 25,000 litres. The price was about... Wrong way. The price... 2,300, 25 litres. Oh my God, math. If you just say 2,000, it's going to be... So it should be 50,000 more. It should be more than 50,000. I guess it's possibly worth the money then. Anyway, yeah, okay, so how do you know? Says it's been harvested. Let's go talk to our friend. Ben's the person to speak to, isn't it? We'll go speak to Ben and see if he has some answers for us.
What can I do for you?
We need help with crops. Spinach.
Other than being the favorite meal of strong sailors and the exceptionally high content of iron is nothing but a myth? Well, it's still a power plant, and very healthy, of course. Spinach is also interesting because it grows twice during a season. So once, harvest twice. How about that? Also, one other thing you need to keep in mind. Spinach needs to be kept fresh and sold quickly. You can't store it like other crops and need to sell it right away.
Okay, so how do I know?
For starters, a tractor would be nice. You will need a cultivator to prepare the soil and a seeder to sow the spinach. Next, you should have a fertilizer spreader, fertilizer, and lime, so you can increase the yield. Keep in mind, not every spreader might be able to apply lime. You can use a soil roller to compact the soil and further increase the yield, if you want. But you definitely need a weeder to get rid of weeds that will soon pop up. Otherwise, you can say bye-bye to a portion of your income. Spinach needs a special harvester, don't forget. And you need a trailer to transport and sell your harvested spinach right away. No time to store fresh spinach. Check the crop calendar and appropriate time frame for planting and harvesting before you start. Step 1 is liming. Lime needs to be worked into the ground and will improve the yield of your harvest. Step 2 is cultivating. Get to the field, lower the cultivator into the ground, and go. It's usually enough to cultivate instead of plowing. Step 3 is sowing the crop. Attach the seeder to your tractor and head over to the field. Select the crop you want to grow, position yourself at one corner of the field, lower the sower, and turn it on. Now you sow the grain, one row at a time. Keep in mind, if you plant spinach as soon as possible, you can harvest twice during this season. If you start too late, the second batch will wither during the cold months. Step 4 is fertilizing to increase the yield. Fill a fertilizer spreader with fertilizer and apply it to the field. Repeat the process to increase fertilization to 100%. Step 5 is soil rolling, condensing, and improving the soil. If you want to improve your yield even further, you should use a roller on your freshly planted seeds. This step is optional, however. Step 6. Get rid of weeds when they appear on the field. If they grow further, you need a hoe or field sprayer, but try to avoid that. Step 7 is harvesting. Hop into your combine harvester, attach the appropriate header, and start harvesting. Do that by lowering the header and turning it on. When you are done, unload the harvest into a trailer by extending the pipe of the combine harvester. When it's positioned over a trailer, it unloads automatically. Step 8 is to sell the spinach. Since the spinach must be processed as soon as possible, you cannot store it to sell later. Now, here's the thing. If you didn't waste any time, if you planted and harvested as soon as you could, the plants will now start growing again, and you can harvest a second time. Just wait until the spinach has matured again. If you were late, and it's getting too cold before the second harvest, well, be quicker next time, newbie.
Okay, so some things there he was specific with spinach, but then when he was talking about the
Any
harvesting,
more questions?
he wasn't. Because he said to put the appropriate header on and all that sort of stuff, which is actually incorrect. You need the full machine. So, I don't know if this, because it shows the state as harvested, means that is the end of it. If we look at the spinach cycle, let's have a look. Yeah, no. I'm tempted to think that it hasn't done its second run. If you look at when you plant, I reckon it's still got another go. I mean, that'd be good. I was hoping it was going to show up as growing on the map, and then that'd be fine. But maybe next month it'll show it as growing. I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's not much else we can do about that. Is there any contracts? There is no harvesting contracts. It's always the way. Alright, let's fold it up. I won't return it yet, in case some contracts come up or something. We might be able to jump on it. So what are we going to do now? Alright, let's have a look. So we've got that processing. What month are we in? We're in June. Let's look at our calendar. Let's see what we've got for June. June. Wood planks. And that is it. Okay. So this month's not... Do you have kimchi for July? Kimchi's a weird one. Seems to change. Yeah, see, kimchi had a spike supposedly in July, but then it doesn't. It's 1980 in December. Yeah, it's not really helping me, is it? And mushrooms are no good. Okay, I know what we'll do. Let's go have a look at the palace. Let's see what this... Why do I keep calling it a palace? Temple. Freaking temple, isn't it? Yeah, it's a temple, not a palace. Okay, so we need 537 cement bags, but we have that. Okay. So maybe we just need to wait some time out. Because you would hope that 537 they would get done pretty quick. Let's visit our little friend here. Get that emptying out. Alright, let's speed up some time. And while we wait, we will load stones into our cement factory. And then we'll see what the temple needs. Let's have a look at how much debt we're in. 500,000. Nice. Alright, let's get it to about noon. And we'll go and do a check. So that did about 300 litres. So what if we get to about 2 o'clock? 'm pretty sure all our other fields are good. They're all fertilized. They're all growing. Yeah. Yeah, I think mainly I waited in this month was to do the spinach. Otherwise I would have done some more between videos, but we need to get the spinach done. And we need to get some of our debt down before we can go and look at anything else major. Alright. Surely it's done the last 200 litres, hasn't it? Sure has. Okay, so, oh my god, look how many... Right, we've got plenty of planks long and wood beams. Doesn't mean we can't sell more to them. But we need tons of cement bags. Okay. No, not you. Alright, let's have a look at... Do we have a big... Wait, we do have a big trailer, don't we? Where's my... There it is. No, not you. I was thinking, where's my... Okay. Don't want the water. Alright, and the amount of rice we have to plant, we need to keep all of our saplings. And I'm not sure we even have enough. We might need to get 2 greenhouses if we want to keep going with what we have. Alright, so we'll start with the cement bags. Hopefully there's some. Yep. Alright. Yeah, so I got a mod. It's not on... Yeah, I can't remember when I described it, which video, but anyway, I'll repeat it here in case it was in Red Springs that we talked about it. It is an auto-loading pallet mod. It's not on Mod Hub yet, so... I'm not really recommending it at this stage because it is sort of being still in beta or beta, however you want to say it. Hopefully it will be ready to go and get on the Mod Hub soon. But you can Google it and you can get it from GitHub. And so far it's working fine for me. I don't have a problem with it, so... We'll take some planks as well, because we may as well get some money. Alright, so I'm going to change the settings to not be wood chips. We'll take planks long. Now, this might stack on top of the cement, which might make it look very awkward. No? Was that the only one there? No, hang on. Another one just popped out. Can move up. Alright, we could change the wood beams as well. Grab some of those. Grab some more. I don't know if we're full. We might be. No, we sneaked in some planks long. Alright, that might be all we can get on at the moment because of all the cement. Now, I don't think that's anywhere near enough cement for what it wants, but... it's a start anyway. What we got? So we got 5,000 litres of cement bags. And it was talking something like 11, 12,000, but it did have some. Now, if there's any stuttering in the video, there's a good chance that's because I did upgrade the graphics driver on my card, and whenever that happens, it's like it has to rebuild all the shaders again, so you get a lot of stuttering as you travel around. But it settles down the more you travel around once you've been everywhere. A little bit. It calms down. Should check the field. Somebody else must have a spinach field, surely. Surely someone else has one. Maybe instead of waiting for a contract, we could go into more debt and just buy it. If there is one. We'll just overcommit everywhere. So much. Got to spend money to make money. Usually you should have the money to spend first, not borrow it, but, you know. Most of us borrow money to buy a house. And a car, potentially a car. Come on, get up there. Alright, so we've got the sale stuff, so... that was 75. Another 35. So that's 110 grand, roughly. Pretty good money. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so it's 11,861. We're at 10,861, so that's actually... It's 1,001 litres, so it's doing that issue. So really we need 2 more pallets of cement bags, and we've got everything. Which is, that's fine, we'll easily have that before it runs out. Because surely it's going to take a while to use up almost 12,000 litres. Well, 11,000 litres of cement, isn't it? And it's got absolute bucket loads of wood. Okay. So, all right, let's have a look. While we're just here, before we leave, let's zoom out, see if we can spot spinach. It's literally only my field. You buggers. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing any other field with spinach. All right, well, that was another great idea that isn't going to pan out. Then again, that's something we could work towards. If we're going to keep doing spinach in a field, then I guess we'll need to buy multiple fields and plant it so that we can get the most out of either leasing that vehicle or buying one eventually. I guess that, yeah, but we would need multiple fields to decide that. So the other one we had was peas, and that's another machine. So unfortunately, we're going to use two entirely different machines for that. Yeah, again, if I haven't explained it in this series, the reason that I got the mod for the auto pallet thing was because I spent a lot of time loading pallets onto trailers, and it was consuming most of my time, and it was actually making, while I enjoy it to a little bit, it was getting to the point where I was spending so much time doing it and I couldn't do anything else that was taking away some of the enjoyment. I'm going to cut through here and see. Avoid that little hook thingy there. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so I thought, well, as much as some people might think it's cheating, whatever else, I thought, but if it makes the game more fun for me and allows me to do more other things, then so be it. Doesn't mean there's never going to be anything that we need to use a forklift for or to move around or do whatever. And another way I justify it in my head is that I just imagine that I have paid a worker to work for me and do the forklifting. A professional, trained forklift driver. And he's very fast. Extremely fast. Anyway, there's tons of mods out there, and people get them because, you know, they want to play the game. Everybody likes to play the game differently. Some want to play it super realistic. Some want to just, you know, not and have not. I was going to say and have fun. I mean, the people that play super realistic are also having fun. They're just having fun in a different way. So it's whatever you find that has fun. And now, like I said, I still wouldn't have installed the mod day one if it was there. I still wanted to experience doing all of the pallet loading myself and everything like that. I still think that's a valuable thing. Should we sell more wood? Well, one thing we should do is move. So the beauty is we can also set this to pick up wood chips and then I can load. Did it grab that one at the back? It did. Let's give it a minute. So I can just load all the wood chips. Okay, I guess I'm moving up. And we can move them out of the way. Now is there space? These are actually worth a fair bit of money. When I sold them in Riverbed Springs, it was really good. Now, Unload. I want to unload right hand side this time. No, I'm too close. Hang on. Let's give it a little bit of space, maybe. Okay, that worked. Yeah, and they can be loaded into a grain trailer. All right, I'm just going to set that to all now. All right, we'll make another trip to the temple and sell that off. I need to check if we've actually still got wood in there. I don't think we've been loading any trees in. I don't think I've got any left. That's going to be our other problem. And you're going to have to buy a field with trees or plant trees. Alright, let's take the shortcut. So much easier for trucks to get through that way than it is to try and navigate that very sharp, bendy turn. So I'll have to do some long grain rice at some stage too, because we want to do all the rices. Oh, just two of them. Do the rices. We've got the kimchi going. Jesus, so many cars here. Come on, get out of the way. Spinach was obviously a new crop that was added to this game. Peas, I think, was also one that was added to this game. And I'm happy to consider them Asianish because they do use a bit of spinach in their food, and I've also seen them use peas. Well, they do in my country anyway. A lot of fried rice sometimes has peas in it. Not always, depends on the restaurant. But I'm happy to consider it an Asian thing, peas, so we do those two, we do both of the rice, and then the other one was looking at the buffaloes and getting some buffalo milk and making the buffalo mozzarella. So we got a bit to work towards. So we will need multiple fields of peas, multiple fields of spinach to make it worthwhile. buying or continuing to lease those machines. Okay, another 35 grand. So just out of curiosity, what can we plant? Green beans. Okay, can't plant peas. Can't plant spinach. So there's probably no rush to buy another field. Can't plant long grain rice. So yeah, we might not bother buying any fields for a bit. All right, not to bore everybody too much, I'm going to drive all the way back. And then what I might do is I am going to speed through probably the rest of the day. I don't think there's anything else for us to do today, unless a contractor's come up. Probably could check that quickly. But we'll speed through the rest of the day. I will do more of the stones. You are going to smash into me. And yeah, get through the day and then we'll see what July has in store for us. And we'll do that in the next video. Yeah, like I said, let's just quickly check the contracts. Spraying. No. Well, I mean, there's not going to be anyway, because we know there's no spinach field, so what does it matter? All right, we have to return that machine. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you want to see, what you want me to do on the farm, what do you think would be good, not good, all that sort of stuff. Do let me know. And if you are enjoying the content, please do consider subscribing. Hit that like button and check out the membership join button somewhere down below if you want to support the channel further and get early access to these videos. Say hi in the comments, let me know you're watching. I read all the comments and answer them all as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.